What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dr. Splash. Welcome back to Yancey Street. Super excited for today's video. As you guys know, if you've been watching my content, used to go by Jobbers and Goons, Dr. Goon. Then I found out the word goon has been soft censored because these nerds on the internet sexualized it. Because of that, we've retired the Goon series and we've birthed its replacement, the Crashout series. Today, we're going to observe 10 characters in fiction that absolutely embody crashing out. And if you guys are a fan of content like this, like and subscribe. Join Yancey Street, just crossed 30K on the road to 40K. I'm super excited. And join my Discord. We have games, prizes, D&Ds, giveaways, and more. But without being too longer on the intro, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So a crash out, basically someone who's willing to essentially lose it all over anything, any disagreement, any beef, whatever. We're taking it to the max. So who are some of the worst in fiction? Before I start, I do want to preface real quick. Of course, this isn't all the crash outs of fiction. If you guys love this content, you gotta smash the like button. Therefore, I know to make a part 2 with even more. There's hundreds of crash outs, all right? This series has infinite potential. Now, Atrocitus is the first one we're going to talk about. From DC Comics, technically on paper, this bitch is supposed to spaz every time something wrong happens. Literally, his power as a Red Lantern came from him being that fucking mad. That fucking willing to crash out and lose everything on a cosmic scale. This anger, this rage manifested into the Red Lantern Corps. Atrocitus is the leader of it. He's the founder. He was going around just raging about anything and everything, absolutely losing his mind, being essentially a cosmic school shooter. It's fucked up. Next, we have Spawn. Now, this is someone a lot of people probably wouldn't initially think of as a crash out, but I'm here to make a solid case for why my boy Spawn absolutely is a crash out. Now, Spawn is someone who, once he gained the powers of being a Hellspawn, was way down to get revenge and get back on anybody. Ran into a child killer, literally fish filleted them, okay? Hung them up, left a sign, and said, hey, let everybody know that I will turn you into Swiss cheese. I will torture you in ways you didn't know were humanly possible if you do fuck shit. He ran into a clan member, turned him black. That's as diabolical as it gets. Turning a clansman black and leaving him for his homeboys to find? Fuck that. That's terrible. Spawn will swing on anybody, absolutely crashes out, has beef with God and Satan themselves. It's pretty bad. I gotta give him his flowers as a crash out. Next, we have Gore the God Butcher. Now, Gore is somebody who, again, by definition, technically is a crash out. He was an alien living on a planet, going through some bullshit. He was in the trenches, didn't have money, no cars, no clothes, his hoes dying. It's terrible. Family's dying, gods aren't answering his prayers. He stumbles upon a weapon that was essentially able to kill gods, picks it up, merges with it, and he says, you know what? I think I'm gonna go around and find every god that didn't answer my prayer and put them on a t-shirt. Literally went on a mission throughout time and space to kill any god he came across. He hated gods that bad. You could literally have nothing to do with even the universe he's in. Doesn't matter. If you're somehow related to the gods, Gore's running up on your bitch ass. I mean, just filleting people that literally have nothing to do with it on a literal cosmic universal scale is absurd. That's an insane level of crashing out. He was seen throughout time crashing out. Like, there's so many levels to being a crash out. Perhaps Gore is one of the greatest we've seen. One of the greatest to ever lace him up. Next, we have Frieza. Now, it's kind of funny. People think I don't like Dragon Ball or I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball. Sometimes I beef with the fans, but besides that, I love Dragon Ball. One of my favorite characters in fiction is Frieza because of the way he crashes out. I've seen this man lose the 1v1 and blow up the planet. He was like, yo, I can't beat you 1v1? Fuck your planet then, bitch. Like, that's an absurd level to take it to. There is almost no limit to crashing out when it comes to Frieza. Honestly, the only limit is what he's physically capable of at that time. Whatever that is, he will do, okay? Frieza's one of the GOATs when it comes to this shit, and personally one of my favorites. Next, we have Sabertooth. Now, Sabertooth to me was an absolute no-brainer. Some people, and shout out my lawyer GB, pointed this out, some people kind of misconstrue the beef with Wolverine. Technically, Wolverine started it. Wolverine did kill his brother, right? So technically the genesis is Wolverine. It just so happens to be that the guy he pissed off is the petty god. Okay, that's why every birthday for Logan, that boy Sabertooth spins to remind him, hey, I killed your bitch on your birthday. I pulled up on you on your birthday. What are you going to do about it? It's given us some of the greatest storylines in fiction. The fact that Wolverine pretty much warned anybody he works with, no matter how strong they are, that Sabertooth is a Crashout god is hilarious. He's definitely Hall of Fame for that. Next, we have Midnighter. Now, I know Midnighter's supposed to be a hero, but like a couple, quote, heroes on this list, he moves kind of shiesty, okay? And no exception can be made for Midnighter. This is a dude who literally gives out cards that says, hey, just so you know, there's a million ways to fuck you up. There's a million ways, potentially, you can fuck me up. But guess what? I saw all of them. I know how to beat you every way. There's literally no way you win this fight. If you touch me, I'm crashing out. I'm killing you, and there's nothing to do about it. So just take this card, take this L, and move on. He literally, that was his thing. He's handing out cards to people he's about to crash out on. They don't believe him? Dead. Instantly dead. This dude's boyfriend got killed. That man went down to hell, beat the shit out of people until he got to the soul and brought it back. This man's an absolute demon when it comes to getting his get back, and in my opinion, one of the more slept on crash out deviants in fiction. Next, we have one that I low-key don't even really need to make a case for. That, of course, being Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. By design, this man, Frank, had no choice but to crash out. Dude went to Vietnam, trained to be a soldier, one of the worst wars in human history. It kind of brought out the demons in him, kind of brought out that Punisher persona. Comes home, no longer in the war, but still has the mentality of that soldier, of that warrior. Eventually, his family gets absolutely slaughtered, and it gives him a reason to fully commit to being the Punisher. This man is insane. They got invaded by Dark Elves in another dimension. He's out in the streets bathing it with blood and then taking his crash out campaign multi-dimensional. This man was literally crashing through dimensions, just slaughtering people related to those he just beefed with. He was told to sign up for some shit he ain't want to sign up for. Started reading the addresses of all the Avengers. This dude, Punisher doesn't give a fuck when it comes to crashing out. Oh my god, he might be the standard. Next, we have the Bastos. Now, this is one I wanted to present because, frankly, I don't think people give them enough credit for being cosmic Crashouts. Now, listen to this, right? The reason they don't get the credit, in my opinion, is because people try to protect the legacy of Lucifer. Honestly, one of the most protected characters in fiction, don't fucking at me, but they hated Lucifer so much that they went on a campaign, a secret mission, to find a way to beat the power of God. Like, this is someone that God literally says, like, yeah, Lucifer and Michael basically have my power. And they're like, hey, fuck that guy anyway. We're going to get the dub on him. They actually got the drop. No one gets the drop on Lucifer. They got the drop on Lucifer. They absolutely embarrassed him, humbled him, and made him have to get help from his friends, even if they lost the level of crashing out to go against Lucifer Morningstar and even temporarily win. Oh my god, goat shit. Especially since they're basically like using they were like using Kmart versions of the fucking Endless. That's insane. And they were still clutching up just because they hated him that much. They're like, nah, fuck that, we'll do whatever it takes. Inspirational shit. Next, we have Doctor Doom. Now, did you think we were going to drop part 1 of the Crashout list? And I'm not going to include Victor Von Doom? If you're one of the people that thought that, go fuck yourself. Now, just kidding, hit the like button instead. Let me tell you what the deal is, okay? Doctor Doom always has time to crash out. This is a man who knew universes were dying during the incursions. But you know what else he also knew? He knew that Namor, instead of coming to Doctor Doom first for help in stopping this, went to Thanos and his crew. And when that shit went left, then Namor came to Doctor Doom. So instead of helping this universal calamity, Doctor Doom said, no, I'm not going to help, because no one picks Doctor Doom second. Absolutely insane. This is someone who literally has gone to Civil Wars because he didn't want to pay someone $200. He's like, literally, many people died over that shit. He raided Elder Gods' homes because they disrespected him. Someone made fun of him, so he made them do a move that instantly killed him. It's absurd. An absolute nightmare to deal with. A crash out demon. And we had to give him his flowers. Now, final for the video. And again, I'm going to be doing individual videos like I did the Goon series. So don't even worry about that. Just worry about commenting which ones deserve it first. But we have Joseph Joestar. Okay. I'm a huge Joseph Joestar fan. I know I don't really rep JoJo's Bizarre Adventures like that, but in my opinion, Part 2 is one of the funniest mangas ever for anything. And he's funny as fuck in it. Dude was a teenager carrying around a Tommy gun, wishing a motherfucker would touch him in a restaurant, okay? You disrespect his grandma, you scuff her shoes, you might end up on a t-shirt. He does, so what? You're the perfect possible life form. Fuck it. We're crashing out anyway. Like, everything Joestar did was funny as shit. He was crashing out literally since a child, since a youth. Like, this shit is not new to him. It's true to him, okay? I love his character. I think he's one of the funniest ever. And hopefully you guys want to see some content on him too. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Should I do a part 2? Should I get straight into the solo videos? Should I mix it? Should I also cover crash out moments, not just characters? Bunch of potential for this series. I really want to hear what you think. But anyways, it's been your boy Dr. Splash. And remember, it's Yancey Street, bitches.